It's that time of the year again. Yes! So hello everyone, I'm starting this video here, but I'm gonna go into my bookshelf room, I guess, in this house. I'm starting here because of the lighting situation. In the other room, abysmal. In this video, I'm very excited because we're going back to my bookshelf. This is the only time that you're ever gonna see physical books on my channel, and like physical bookshelves, if you know, you know. Last time that I kind of gave a tour of my family bookshelves, you guys loved it, so we're gonna go back there. And today, I think what I'm gonna do is build a physical TBR shelf and also show you guys like an updated, I guess like book haul-ish kind of thing. My annual book haul, if you know, you know. But we're gonna build a physical TBR, which is the first time that I've like done it with all my books. So if you're trying to watch that, like a summer physical TBR maybe for the summertime, just while I'm here. I'm only here for, I actually don't know how long. Anyway, let me just take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is brilliant.org. So if you clicked on this video, if you're watching, chances are that you love reading. If you're anything like me, then one of the reasons that you love books is because you learn something new every single time you read a book. And that is what the world's most successful and productive people have in common, which is they learn something new every single day. And if you want to be like that, but you think that it's like overwhelming or too time consuming, that's when Brilliant is brilliant. Brilliant.org is the best way to learn math and science super interactively. Brilliant has thousands of lessons from foundational to advanced math, AI, data science, neural networks, and so much more, and new lessons are added monthly. Personally, I am very interested in learning like the most beginner foundational like programming lessons, because one thing about me is that I literally haven't touched programming ever in my life, ever. I don't know anything about it, but like so many people in my life are literal like engineer programmers. What if I'm like secretly a programming genius and I would literally never know? I just love like how visual and interactive and hands-on fun it is. And interactive learning has been proven to be way more effective at teaching than just like passive learning. You know the vibe. With Brilliant, you like learn by doing. So if you want, you can try everything that Brilliant has to offer for free for 30 days if you visit brilliant.org/sunnykimchannel, or you can also click the link in my description. I'll have everything there too. And even better, the first 200 of you guys will get 20% off an annual subscription. Thank you again to Brilliant for sponsoring Learn New Knowledge Every Day, folks. When I told you that the lighting was abysmal, this is what I meant. Looking like a spoon right now. So behind me are bookshelves. It looks different from the last time that I touched them because all the books that I had from my student house are also now here. I think it's like those 3 shelves maybe are the new additions, and I'm gonna build my physical TBR so that it can be all nice, organized for when I try to get through my physical TBR. We might just clear out. Ooh, sorry, Ominyabaji. Oh my gosh, should I put these where no one except me can reach them? Okay, so there's a couple books that I know that I want to start with. I'm gonna first, oh my gosh, the lighting. Okay, so these 2 books I know for sure. Probably gonna be the first 2 physical books that I want to read. This is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I've had this book forever, and I'm actually filming a 5-star read video right now, and these 2 showed up in it. I don't know if I'm gonna read both, or low-key maybe none at all. I don't know. You know how these things go. And this is Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion. This is the 2nd book in the Legendborn series. Definitely I'm gonna start with these. I don't think I even explained what those were about. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I think it's about 2 friends from college who like build a video game together, and it's like love. I don't know. I think it's like a love story, but I'm gonna sit down actually. Oh my gosh, this is actually great. Okay. Sorry, there's like stuff on the table. What I've heard though is that everyone cries when they read, oh my god, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And then Legendborn, that one is like a YA urban fantasy about a girl who goes to a university campus and then discovers this like secret society who are descendants of King Arthur's Knights of the Round Table. And it's really cool. It's like demon hunting vibe. Oh my gosh, literally the plot of that book is like so next level. There's like a little love triangle happening. It's like a dark broody and then golden retriever love triangle. I actually liked the golden retriever. He wasn't like insufferable. He was just an Aryan man. But aren't they all? He wasn't just a mediocre Aryan man. Like, I think he actually, like, you know, he was a good egg. Okay, the next books that I have here. Little Life. I know I've put this in every single... I'm scared. I've like actually gone really back and forth about whether or not I actually want to read this book, because the plan was always to film a reading vlog for this, because this is apparently like the saddest book of like all time, and I'm the biggest crybaby I've ever met. And so I was like, okay, let's read it. Every time I get a little bit closer to like reading this book, I will like search it up or go on TikTok, and then it just looks so scary to me. I heard a lot of like criticism about this book too. Like, there's like 2 parties, people who don't like this book because it was like too excessive. They feel like it's like just exploiting trauma. And then there's the other party. The entire point is that these things do actually happen to people, and not every story is like a good story with a happy ending. I don't know. I'm really scared. I'm actually really scared. I don't know. I literally bought this book, went out of my way to buy this book, and I just get scared. So Alice Feeney, Daisy Darker. I want this to be my gateway book for thriller books because I don't really read thrillers. Why do they seem like the best, most fun time ever? I do need to read The Silent Patient. I always thought that was gonna be like the first thriller that I read. I never reached for it. So I don't know if someone can make a claim for it. There we go. Okay, the next two books, The Raven Boys, like it's one of my favorite books of all time. Definitely like my favorite found family of all time. I only have the first book. This was like from right when it came out. All of these books are really old. So I only have the first book and I regularly reread this book. Duh! It's literally my 5-star favorite found family ever. Anyway, I want to reread it because I want to annotate this copy. I always have avoided wanting to annotate any of the books that we have because they're technically not mine. But no one else in our family is like ever gonna read it. So I've just decided for myself and made the executive decision that I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I want. So I want to annotate this. Oh my gosh, my book journal. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's my sister's journal. Oh, there's my book journal. I would love to have the full collection of these books. Like, I feel like for me, I mean, you guys know this, like, I'm someone who, I don't want to buy a book unless it's literally like my 5-star favorite book of all time that I want to have a copy of so I can annotate it and then just like go back and reread like all my annotations and stuff. Yep, the feminine urge to go and reread all of your favorite annotations from all of your favorite scenes, all of your favorite characters, and all of your favorite books. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I would want like a physical copy. But even then, most of my 5-star favorite books of all time I don't have copies of anyway. So it's my goal to like accumulate them in my lifetime. Namely the Chaos Walking series. I literally have none of them, but they're probably like one of my most read books of all time. Same with the Raven Cycle series. I want the other 3 books. And then recently the Foxhole Court books. I just like want to have a collection of them. Same with the Addicted series. But I just don't want to have to like having to move the books. Like that is what gets me. Because one thing about me is that I love being settled down somewhere. I hate packing and unpacking. One thing about me is that I love domesticity. Okay, next book that I want to read is Shiver. The reason I want to read this book is because I saw one article saying that it was getting adapted into like a TV show. I will just become the biggest fan of a book once it has an adaptation. I am literally the easiest. Oh, it was published in 2009. I was 8 years old. Anyway, I remember reading this book and not liking it. Oh, I didn't even explain what this book is about. Wait, I didn't even explain what any of these books are about. 2 years on booktube for what? This one, it's about 4 college students and I think it just follows them throughout their life. The main guy is Jude, a man scarred by unspeakable childhood trauma. You know what? I saw a TikTok of like because it became a play and the one clip that I saw of it kind of scarred me. And like from what I saw, like I just was in pain. Okay, anyway, Raven Boys, found family, group of boys, private school. Main character is a girl named Blue. She comes from a family of psychics. But I just like the characters in the found family. There's a slow burn couple in here. 2 slow burn couples actually. I love both of them. These are just like the best characters I've ever read about in my life. Maggie, I will kiss you on the mouth. Oh my god. And then this one is about a girl named Grace. She keeps seeing this wolf. He feels deeply familiar to her, but she doesn't know why. And then the guy is Sam. He's a wolf. And then for a short time each year, he's a human, never daring to talk to Grace until now. This is like reverse Little Mermaid. Guys, look at how damaged this book is. It's definitely from when I read it. But I like it. I'm not someone who likes keeping her books in pristine condition. In my mind, I'm not trying to like preserve these books to be like resold or anything. Anyone who like sees them knows that they're well loved. That's why I like beating, using, and abusing my books. I'm gonna add those. Oh my god! Do you guys know that I'm the clumsiest person I've ever met? Okay, so first I grabbed the rest of the Shiver series. I think there's 2 more books. This is Linger, and then this is Forever. You know that this was from Costco. Look at the sticker tag on it. We do have the rest of the series if I end up wanting to read it. I don't know, I honestly doubt it. It takes a lot for me to continue a series after the first book. Next, I have Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Same thing as The Raven Boys. I've already read this book. Probably one of my most reread books. And I only recently got this physical copy of it because it was in a thrift store. You see what I mean? It's only like the books that I reread over and over again that I can annotate it and then be able to go back and reread just my annotation anytime that I want. You know, like your emotional support books? I have like nostalgic memories with this book because genuinely I think this was probably the first YA book that I read. I think I read it when I was like in middle school or something. Very formative years. First YA book that I read that had an Asian female protagonist. I was like, okay, I've been living a half-life. I've been starved. Even though this takes place in New Beijing and I'm Korean. Scarcity mindset. Okay, and the next book that I have here is another one of Maggie Stiefvater books, which I forgot existed. It's called The Scorpio Races. I remember when I tried reading this, like when I was a lot younger after I read the Raven Cycle series, I was like disappointed because it was like quite boring. It's called The Scorpio Races. You can like ride water horses, except it's like really dangerous. And there's like a race that happens and some people like die in the race. And then we have our main character, first girl to enter the competition. The guy in this book is the returning champion. He's a young man of few words, and if he has any fears, he keeps them buried deep where no one else can see them. See, that intrigues me. Okay, next we have Bella. Where the hell have you been, loca? Next we have Belladonna by Adalyn Grace. Just heard good things about this book. This would be a good one to read in the fall, I feel like. I say that as if I would stick to like any TBR that I actually make. Signa opened her eyes and death was there before her. His presence was intoxicating. Yet looking at him was all Signa could do. She was drawn to him like a moth to a flame, and so it seemed was he to her. Was this like a romance between her literal death? I'm so down for that. Are you joshing? Next we have East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I also picked this up in a thrift store. First I wanted to read this book originally because Emma Chamberlain read it and loved this book. And then one of my dearest friends, she's so in love with this book. She would like send me quotes from it and like screenshots and things like that. And it just makes me want to read it. I literally have next to no idea about what this is about, but I think it's about two brothers. I don't know why I'm trying to explain the plot of this extremely famous classic book. But yeah, I honestly don't know if there's any other books I can think of that I want to put on that shelf right now. That is going to be that. I'll show you what this looks like. These two are my priority, I think. Well, I don't know. Well, maybe these three. These three are my priority. These are just completing the series. And then these ones strike my fancy. And then these ones would be reread annotations if I ever want like a really good comfort read or something. And then these ones are like just next in line. Ladies in waiting. Let's go back to my room. Let me know what's on your physical TBR. Like how I said, summer physical TBR. And literally there's no theme whatsoever with the fact that it's like the summer season. None. Zero. It's just a physical TBR. That's it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. You can follow me on my socials. They're all linked in the description. And I'll see you all in the next one. Good fortune, Toby.